There is a helpline you can call, so then if you need emotional support in situations like this. Augur provided it, but I do have a worrying feeling it's his mobile number. And as with everything related to that gentleman, it's probably a trap. Or we could joke about it repeatedly for 7 years. We would never, Chaz. It's a quick turnover in this place. We don't repeat stuff forever. Trim's helpline was closed down for decency. Yeah, too decent. He let his side down. It's Monday, and we're stuck in Periarvy again. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Satan, Sothan, Chaz. Oh, hang on a minute. Can carry on subs at tier 3 and Stubble's got the alerts off. Typical. Here they come.
Wow, if this was in years, I'd feel really old. Oh wait, yay. Speaking of which, today is Bowser's 14th birthday.
14?
He's watching stream right now. No wait, he heard a squirrel outside. Never mind, he's gone.
Apparently squirrels are more interesting than my summer car, I can see that. I'll carry on. 14 is mad. Damn. Happy birthday to Bowser. I'll carry on, thank you for 70 months at tier 3 as well. You're an absolute maniac. Said it before and I'll say it again. That is far too generous and I appreciate it. Satan, Martin, I'll carry on. Chaz, Sothan, Azar, welcome to the stream, everybody. Chris, I made a joke the other day. I found something he called the anti-Augur and said it came from a parallel universe where Augur was the most boring orange instead of being the most unhinged green. I'll carry on, thank you for the big sub. Welcome to the stream. Everybody have a good weekend. When Cats gets in, we'll get him to post the leaderboard for football bullshit, shall we? It's going quite well, I will say, Oranges. Despite being outnumbered, we're not entirely outgunned. We're behind, but only by a smidge. And I think Cats is winning the whole thing now, right? I'll carry on, thank you for the big sub. Right, we need to get this car fixed, because I tried to go on a street race to woo Suski on Thursday, and Suski, it's fair to say, was not wooed. Not even slightly, because I couldn't keep up with the pedestrian traffic, let alone beat Santa in a street race. Then, the car broke down, and we couldn't take Grandma to church because she refused to get in the van, which meant she walked to town on rally day. I went to pick her up. I provided perfect transport. She refused to get in. So, if anything's happened to her on that rally track, it is entirely not my fault. True? True. Agreed? Agreed. I'll carry on. I love you very much. Thank you for the big sub. That tickles me, I'll carry on. My dog will be 14 in August as well. She's a little old lady. 14's crazy for both. That's impressive. You must be doing something right, you nerds. Oh. Right. Last week was an absolute shit show. Not only was there a very chaotic World Cup marbles thing. My summer car was also a bit of a pain. It's in our best interest this week that for the good of the playthrough, we calm down and make sure not to get ourselves killed, because we need a pregnant Suski. It's very important for our future. 3 years in the future, specifically. So, given it's Sunday and it's 6 p.m, I think it's in our best interests that we slow down, calm down, and we'll go for a ride to town in the morning. We'll get some spark plugs for the car. We'll maybe put a postal order in, actually. Look at it. It's a good-looking little car now. I like the colour now that it's on and it's all assembled, but I don't know whether I'm ever going to love it. Do we see if Cats wants to switch the colour up? Do we make a... Okay, that was a loud song from the jump. This game is toxic. Sorry everybody that had their ears blown out. Finland radio it is. And of course it's talk radio on Finland FM. Good start.
Perkele!
Dougie likes the loud song, and I'm not so sure. Right, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put a shopping list in. I don't know if I've already got a postal order ready to pick up. But, do we get a spoiler for the sake of speed? I mean, it's 200 marks, right? We're not doing too bad for money. Let's get a spoiler. Then let's get... We've got 12 grand. Let's opt for the racing cab, the racing radiator, spoiler, the carb and the radiator. I could go for the flywheel as well. What do you think? Yeah, the food has helped. I don't think she was supposed to live this long. Got all kinds of lumps and moles from age, but aside from those awkward lumps, some arthritis, she's in perfect health. I think getting up every morning at 14 is impressive for a dog, right? That's considered brilliant health as the top. Does no one heed the wisdom of Walt Kowalski in this godforsaken era? Wait, what did Walt Kowalski say? Yeah, I'm getting the flywheel as well. We're treating ourselves all out. This Abercrombie guy thinks I'm an idiot. Well, what's he saying to do, Martin? Alright, we'll pop that in there. No, wait, I'm not going in that, am I? And we'll post this postal order. Sorry, everybody. I apologise. Deep breaths. Just quickly got stuck in my own van. From an excellent movie with an intentionally flawed protagonist. Don't put up a big gay spoiler on it. Just looks like hell. Is this in relation to me talking about buying rally upgrades? Oh, oh my god, I've got no cigs. How am I going to de-stress? How much food have we got in? I might have to sausage de-stress. Okay. Sorry, everybody, we're going to have to do a little bit of sausage de-stressing. Line up straight. Okay. Hi, I want dead body parts. And Martin, you'd be more suspicious if you wanted live body parts, wouldn't you? Will you be more trusted? He just needs your help. Clearly up to something. Wasn't Clint Eastwood a bit young to admire as a right-wing role model? Gwynblade, good afternoon. I don't know if it earns him a few dollars more. You know what I mean? Okay, I need cigs in morning. I need notes. I need cigarettes, spark plugs, post to postal order, and get some food. I think I've got one to pick up. Because Clint Eastwood had a film. Yeah. See? Whoa. In which he played John Marston. Guy has a massive locked cage next to his bando shack. Yeah, that's to keep his wife in. Come on, sausages. Dying of stress here. Does drinking beer reduce your stress? I think it does, doesn't it? Nope, increases it. Lovely. I suppose that's just like real life. Oh, shit. And the sausage is not cooked. That's how you get yourself a problem, yeah. Trying to de-stress with alcohol. Coffee does de-stress you, right? And I'm supposed to be going to bed in a minute, but... Yeah, look, coffee de-stresses. Massively, in fact. Which is fat bullshit. Ooh, sausages are cooked. Why have you not cooked? Tell me you're just Tell me it's not on the ring enough problem. Ooh, I thought the oven had blown up then.
31.
6-4, thank you for 31 months of de-stressing with sausages. 6-4, good afternoon. Dougie, good morning. 6-4, I appreciate that. Cheers. Thank you very much. I've tried every which way I can, but I can't think of any more Clint Eastwood puns. I mean, that one itself is a bit loose. It really is Satan, yeah. I think that's how this game works. I think, obviously, alcoholism in this game isn't a problem meter. In this one, it's... the more you... I think it's a bit like smoking, where the more you have... the more you rely on alcohol, obviously the fatter you get, but also the more you need to rely on alcohol, I think. And then your stress meter starts going up because you're not drinking enough. How did everyone like the World Cup action over the weekend? There's been one or two good games, but we just can't watch them in Europe, unfortunately, because they're all in the middle of the night. What did I come to the TV for? Oh, I'm going to have to when I go to sleep. 6-4, I appreciate it. I wish everyone a very pleasant America. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Australia win was nice for me and my newly minted Australian ultra-nationalist baby. Fucking so then. We need to do this though, don't we? Alright, plans have changed slightly. Hello, yes? Yeah. Been out again, have we? Yeah. Yeah, alright then. So that guy. Right, I'm going to full de-stress. That's going to mean I have to put a bit of weight on, but we'll just have to live with it, won't we? Right, 2 AM, let's go pick South then up as usual. In the middle of the night. Let's turn that off for now. Whoa. How are Americans coping with the concept of sport with uninterrupted play for more than 30 seconds? They have, Gwynblade, managed to find a way to put ads in between the first 45 minutes. It was mental, right? Obviously, I've been watching on the ITV coverage for most of it. But when I was playing the other day, and I was on a website that does perfectly legal broadcasts of football, there was the option to watch it on Fox. And I have never seen the shoehorning of adverts into everything. It's amazing. Do you know all the bits in normal football where they cut back to the studio for coverage or whatever, and there's Gary Neville wittering on? All adverts. It's amazing. How the other half live, I suppose. Do you know, I was watching something on Prime the other day. Amazon Prime. And when you pause it, it shows you an advert. Isn't it good? Does his wife enter Darkshire every now and again? The Hermit or Sothan's wife? Alright. Quick pickup of Sothan. And then I might save a little bit a few times. And then we're already in town. Problem is, I'm not going to pick him up now in the car, am I? So I can't street race Santa and Thandia. Yeah, I'm not sure about the World Cup. I don't know about anybody else that's been watching a great deal of it, but it just all seems really... I don't know. There's been a couple of good games. Like, it sounds like the Tunisia one last night was good. And the Germany one was good, but... I don't know, it just doesn't... Something doesn't feel right, and I don't know what it is. Wish all content was free like it was in the 90s. I mean, I was only echoing your point, Gwynblade, about how stoppages in play, but no, you're right. That might be it, 6-4, yeah, we've not yet seen... I mean, Germany was nice. Like, that started to feel like a bit more like we were watching a tournament. I think, like, Brazil as well. Not that I watched it much, but... I just need to get into it a bit. I think, like... It's almost like we've started tuning in to the qualifying stuff, right? And be expected to follow it as much as the other stuff. It's like we've arrived at the World Cup like 3 months early, isn't it? It's one is weird because of the multiple countries hosting it. I never know where a game is. Yeah. Yeah, I like the idea of multiple countries hosting it. That's quite cool. It's happened before, right, with Japan and Korea and stuff, but I don't know. One thing you will definitely notice is because of how massively expensive the tickets are, there's no, like, normal football atmosphere. Because a lot of it is... It's just people who can afford it. It feels like it's treated more like an event than it is a football match. Does that make sense? So the crowd is a lot more touristy because your average Joe would follow the countries around everywhere, can't afford $1,200 for a ticket. Netherlands game was so quiet. Yeah, which is strange really, because that's a big footballing nation, right? As is Japan in later years. Good game though. Why doesn't average Joe just go out and make some more money? That's what he's doing, he's trying to afford to get to the final. Feel bad for Curaçao. I mean, they knew as well as anybody that was coming, right? They've only been a footballing nation for 15 years, is it? I think he said yesterday. Obviously, they broke away from the Netherlands in 2010. So they're very fledgling. Plus, it's a tiny population, isn't it, compared to a lot. Then again, Croatia exists and they've got, what, 4.1 million people? It's hilarious how Chong did more in that game than he has done for us all season. He looked quite good, didn't he? Yeah. And all of... wasn't it... Did he say that 90% of the Curaçao squad were born and raised in the Netherlands, and most of them have never even been to the island? So you kind of... They've got a lot to work through, Southend, before they can be competing against a country like Germany, for example. They're still very fledgling, as I say. That, and you'll have to go to different stadiums to watch your team rather than just the city next over. Yes, that is true. Different countries, sorry, yeah. A lot of travel, a lot of money. Yeah, it's a strange one. Also, the home and away, the fans are all mixed, right? So you've not got that back and forth or anything like that. You've not got one area. Like, we all mocked the Qataris by having the fake fans behind each goal. Do you remember that? But it actually made a massive difference to the atmosphere when you look at a competition without it, right? It's glad there haven't been riots and the bullshit that happened after the Knicks Spurs game. What's that, Sofa? Is it a bit like the PSG fans in Paris, who whenever they win they smash Paris up? Oh, an NBA final, I see. Cats, good afternoon. Reaps, good afternoon. How are we? Yeah, Cats, do us a favour if you get a second. I know we're leaning on you a lot here, but it's a good time to post the overall leaderboard so everyone can see what their predictions are and so far. Was there a riot somewhere, Reaps? That's the loud song, isn't it? I'm just sat with a loud song on, not even realising. Why I was bleeding from one ear. The NBA Finals, the Knicks won their first time in some number of years and people were rioting, assaulting people wearing Spurs shirts. Oh, I see. It's starting to look 10% towards European football at that point, yeah. As I say, when the best French team, Paris Saint-Germain, they've become a bit of a force lately because of Qatari investment. And now anytime they win anything, they smash Paris up. They don't even make the news anymore, we're just so used to it. Including last month. Shootings and buses getting attacked. Don't think shootings, but buses and cars getting attacked, yeah. Americans do have a history of rioting and shit after major finals like that. I wouldn't let the blame fall entirely on your own country though, so it's a global thing often. God, and we had the promotion parade like a year ago, Leeds. There was a lad fell out of a tree and put himself in hospital for 10 months. During all of that. It's not... I mean, a lot of bus stops and that got smashed, but... He was up a tree so he could get a good view and he fell out and put himself in... He was in a coma for like 2 months. Done. Thank you, cats. Alright, if everybody goes to Discord now, you can see the current leaderboard of predictions and who's doing what. Suspiciously, the guy that's in charge of it all is at the top. Not saying anything. It's so painful though. When you sat following along the Doomhaus bullshit, look, there's like, this all changes during the game and you can see from the shit that Cats posts where everybody is in the lists and stuff. And when you can see that you're about to get 5 points for the perfect prediction and then there's a goal at the last second. It's happened to me 3 times in this tournament. Qatar equalising late, Japan doing what they did. Right, let's pick Sothan up. I might post this postal order now just to get ahead of it a little bit. So maybe I don't pull up so close to Sothan because I don't want him getting injured yet, do I? Northandia and Santa. Look at him. You don't see him stood up very often, do you? Let's go have a look at him. Alright, that's posted. We posted that at 4 AM. Remember the time. Right, Sothan. Well, that looks really sinister for some reason. Look at that. Does he just not... Is there not even a pixel of movement during this phase? No. Sothan, you're creeping me out. I'll come pick you up. Stay where you are. I'll be there in a second. I was hoping to come straight back to the shop so we can get on with our day's work, but it might be a bit early. Suppose we could come back and save a couple of times for the sake of efficiency. Sothan, get in. Tell me all your secrets. You alright? Want to go to Loppy? I can do that. How are you getting on, Sothan? One of these days I'll run to the rail tracks and shout, blow that whistle and run me over, sucker. Don't talk like that. You got You've got so much to live for. You never know, one day you might win the lottery and everything will change. And it will bridge the gap between your current troubles and your future happiness. Maybe cut back on the drinking a little bit, so then. Can't be making your wife happy. And it's costing you a fortune in lifts home from the most handsome teenager in Perry. Not listening? No? Don't say you haven't been told. Here, if you see my cousin, give a shout. I'm going to regret putting that bale there. I should move that. That's going to sting me in the rally. Well, it might be good for taking out cousins, so I don't have to worry about it. Good at driving with one hand on controller. Still missing a scrap car, aren't we? I wonder if that's going to be on ski ramps. That Bale reminds you of him that played Batman. Michael Keaton, yeah. It's uncanny, really. Jokes aside, though, Michael Keaton didn't play Batman. You're thinking of Gareth Bale. Nice one, catch you. Green and topping the board. And wear that person of the century of the day with. What colour name do we give the World Cup winner? Like Azar had pink for Eurovision for a month. What colour do you give the Eurovision winner? World Cup winner? Green. No, I was thinking more like a prize. As opposed to some kind of mark of shame. Gold. Red, white and blue. Oh, have you seen them people that get like fancied coloured names? People spending a fortune customising the font and stuff on their Discord. Oh wait, we got that in our... Didn't we get that in our Discord? Oh, I turned it off on my end. Do people still have fancy coloured names? I'm trying to remember why you had a pink name. You won Eurovision, that's why. Your Bulgarian supremacy. Yeah, is that fonts thing on Discord where people have different fonts in their names? Is that still a thing? One thing about being able to toggle whether or not you can see something on a client side means that you often forget shit exists. Yeah, you need Nitro, you can buy it in the shop. I always like it where they give away a free one, and then suddenly you wake up the next day and 7 people all have the exact same name on the banner or whatever. Well, they wouldn't make it if it don't sell, I suppose, right? Someone's buying it. But you'll see some video or something about some trouble or whatever, or some drama, I don't know. And every time it cuts to Discord, they've always got some fancy cosmetics on and their name's about 18 colours and that kind of thing. Fancy. Yeah, there's a couple of channels, so then, that run drama campaigns about the Doomhaus, so it's all based on us. A couple of splinter groups, you know. Millions of views they're getting, just tearing us apart for our supposed controversies. Like that one time I misspelled the stream title. Stuff like that. I'm gonna copyright strike them. Thought we were the ones running drama. Yeah, but there's like a splinter group. That good? Yeah. Appreciate it. Don't crash into the van. It's raining as well. I'd go straight in if I were you, so then. Oh, the days where you could hack the PS3 and upload a file to change your name in Call of Duty. Yeah. Yeah, we used to have a cheesed Xbox Live, and somebody discovered one afternoon that you could put, I don't know what it was like special codes or something to get, you could unlock like pictures that you could put in your username. Oh, it changed everything. Slightly less ingenuity now, you just pay £4 for them, but at the time it was groundbreaking. He's pissed himself again, your car must be humming. It's just the sheer pace. Rock and roll. I think what we'll do is, we'll drive back to town and I'll do some saving and some reloading so it gets to 10 AM, right? I think I already have a post order to pick up. It might be the stereo and the window tint and stuff that I need for Suski. It is nice knowing I don't need rally upgrades, must admit. I could have to mess about trying to get the rally suspension installed and tuned, because I always say, I'll tell you what, I'm going to tune this blind, and then I tune it blind and completely forget for the next time. Look at that beautiful sunrise. Gonna make you glad to be alive. These long summer days with no screens. Outside in the sun. Working on something meaningful. For a rally you're never going to compete in. Beautiful. Chasing your hobbies and your romantic passions. No news is reaching you. Slow living. Beautiful. All you really need to worry about is where your next packet of cigs are going to come from. You're about to be a millionaire because you're going to force someone to suicide and steal their lottery winnings. Yeah, never Azar is actually finished for 4 times. Take me back. You know, there's always a cohort of people that say whenever you look back longingly at a previous time that you're doing a bit of a best of in your head. And there is a certain amount of that. But if you're going to be living a lifestyle in a shit show now, or a lifestyle in a shit show in the 90s, I can see untold benefits to this. That, yeah. Simpler, slower, less stress factors in terms of moment-to-moment life, no notifications, no any of that. And you can live a life without them now, but when you're in 1% of the entire world and everything else is going on around you, the world is moving away from you at that point, right? I wish there was a way to stop myself being, well, exactly what I was just saying, right? You could remove yourself from it. And I'm sure we all do on a regular basis in an attempt to try and cure ourselves. But then that just falls into the same argument as when something gets added to Sea of Thieves you don't like, just don't use it. Like, fair enough, but even if I do completely stop using fast travel in Sea of Thieves, if I'm playing on an entire server with everybody else that does, and the whole game is moving in a way to facilitate this thing you don't like, it's a bit like not using social media in 2026 is nowhere near as beneficial as not using it in the 90s when nobody was, right? If I don't look at Facebook, I don't get to find out things that harm me. Time when people actually talk to each other, it's true. Like Reza was saying, right? When the regime turned off their internet, like, he spent multiple times having breaks and keeping off screens, but it never felt that beneficial. But then suddenly when they turned the internet off and everybody was off screens, suddenly all the pubs filled back up again, all the parks and stuff filled back up, everybody saw friends they hadn't seen in ages and went out and socialised, they were all getting tans and working out. Different, innit? Much different. Ooh, that was a risky manoeuvre from that red car there. Yeah, I think that's... it's... by the way, good afternoon. It's a non-insignificant part of the appeal of this game to me. It's nice. So what you're saying is that the world's government should restrict technology that allows dissent. Gotcha. No, as I say, there's no part of me that is going to ever imply there's no good sides to it, but that kind of highlights the point, right? We're so busy focusing on global this and global that and this superpower or that superpower and this having control over that and our lives being affected. Like, every decision is political now, right? Because it's just all we look at all day. But in terms of your actual personal life and the life of those around you, oh, did you see that in Southend? He's just talking about the social media ban about the under-16s. There's a new one in the UK as well that they're talking about. And they went into a school and they were talking to all these kids. And this young lass... I was going to say him, come kid. This young lass is being asked about the social media ban, and they're all like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to enjoy it. I don't feel right. I thought that Keir Starmer would say this and then back down or change it or delay it." This is a BBC interview, and then the lady says, "Well, we checked everybody's screen time. So what was your screen time over the weekend?" And she said, 7 hours a day, I think. And the lady said, "Yeah, but you're going to have 14 hours over the weekend of more time to spend to fill, right? That can't be a bad thing." She says, "What are you going to do with your 14 hours you've earned back?" And the kid just looks at the camera and says, "Stare at a wall." And then it cuts back to the studio. Brilliant timing on that young lass. I read a thing over the other day about them banning youth. Yeah, they are doing, yeah. Thank God the government introduced a ban on social media. Where we all have handguns, right? So the state can't take away TikTok. I generally think being off social media before that age would be incredibly helpful, at least in the US. We're on a downward slope and it can be causally linked to a degree. Yeah. It's back to the education thing we were talking about. You can enact whatever policy and some of them might be good, but no amount is going to fix shitty parenting. What, in terms of children? Yeah, true. Yeah, I think the fact that shitty parenting exists is that's the major concern, right? Yeah. Yeah, well said, Sophie. Nothing fixes shit parenting, but you can implement things to at least offset some of it. At least a net for those that fall as a result, right? Discovering how to switch autoplay off on those apps. What's autoplay in that context, mate? Can't stop the rain, but you can use an umbrella. For videos and reels. What, for your, Instagrams and TikToks and them kind of apps? Burn the ocean. Right, there should be 10 o'clock and the shop's open now, yeah? Good. case social media, if parents are engaged in helping kids develop a healthy sense of self that can resist social media bullshit, they'll just find something else. That something else may be less bad, but the core unhealthy dynamic is still there. Oh, okay, I need to stretch a bit more. I think it's like anything, it's like we keep saying though, right? If the parents are shit, the parents are shit and we can judge them, but what do we do about the kids that are never going to have a good parent? Are they just used as a prop to demonstrate the dangers of shit parenting forever? Just let them, I don't know. Good morning.
Kun sinäkö se vaan olitkin?
550.
No niin, no nyt ajettiin löytää sinun tulevaisuuden ammatti.
Think we found a future job.
Tehokas tuossa hommassa.
Thanks for the compliments. I love you very much.
Nyt hyvästä työstä oiva korvaus.
Right, can I have just one pack of 6, please? Oh, finally. I want to take some milk as well.
Kyllä tää hirvittää vähän tää.
Say fuel prices is high. I say they've not seen anything yet. It'll cost more than milk one day.
Minäkin muistan siinä 80-luvun loppupuolella, kun se nousi 3 markkaa ylitä se bensahinta, niin silloin moni
Let's not be unrealistic,
kun ei ole varoa. Niin nytkin se on jo 5 markkoakin saattaa olla bensa, niin kyllä on hirvittää oikein. Mitenkä sinäkin oikein pystyt ajelemaan sillä omalla autolla, kun on niin hirveän kallista?
I know you made a similar point the other day, but if the internet didn't exist and there was a shopping centre out of town that kids could go to for 14 hours a day, unsupervised, and it sold hardcore pornography, self-harm classes, beheading demonstrations, firearms and the like, I don't reckon you'd let them go. And it had every sex offender in it ever that was able to mingle with you, you know. I find it hilarious that the one platform they don't want to restrict is the one where all the predators are. Which one's that? Well, there's a good chance for people to say, Blue Sky still exist? Reddit and YouTube from what I hear. With policy, you always risk doing something like authorising massive data collections with shitty security provisions. Yeah, that's true. What I really wish is, the actual clean solution to all this is that it just becomes out of fashion and we fuck it all off. That would be really nice. I reckon you're about as negligent giving your kid unfettered internet access as you would be giving them your car keys and a load of MDMA. If the kids are genuinely shitty parenting, we start getting invested in other communities again, and ideally a friend's parents. Yeah, that would be ideal, yeah. Yeah. How Discord avoided the ban is, yeah. Maybe Blue Sky's just like fallen below the threshold for one's worth monitoring, right? Because it's too small or whatever. You can say if it's something else, but Discord's crazy. Just need to start calling our parents like non-stop advertising saying you are a bad parent for letting your kids on social media. It's not perfect, but I'd like to see it. Well, that's the government government rule. I need spark plugs, don't I? I'm waffling. Yeah, Blue Sky. I think Blue Sky, if there's Twitter in the middle and there's Truth Social on one side and Blue Sky on the other, basically. I think that's how it works. Let me have... I'm going to buy 2 packs of spark plugs this time. And I'm going to buy some food, because I needed some food. A couple of macaroni boxes. Then I would like... I need some more of this, don't I? 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Then there was something else I was going to buy. Well, fuel. I'll get fuel as well. Lovely. Thank you. Do nothing has been shown to not only not work, but encourage worse performance. Do nothing works. It doesn't work. What's the alternative? The alternative is realising working 40 hours instead of 60 and only buying a new car every 5 years instead of every 2, or otherwise it's worth having the extra time to be engaged in our kids' lives. So when I use which is to say I only use it once a month. Hello, right, no, I need fuel, don't I? I'm getting distracted. Right, give me this. I mean, having your favourite social media website is just the same as having a that is ranking the most delicious poison, right? It's bizarre to me how these platforms end up with a personality and a political bent that can be attributed like this. Well, it's just the echo chamber thing, right? Everybody's desperate to have their shit confirmed. And as a result, one is going to end up weighted towards the other because the people that get their shit confirmed will flood to that one, and the people that get their shit clashed with will dislike it and turn against it, and it just swings back and forth. It's just sheep moving from one pen to another based on the grass being longer or whatever. Right, did I go? I didn't pay for that fuel, did I? I'm bamboozled. Yeah, and moderators can have a bias as well, that's definitely true. Like, you should see what our Discord would look like, for example, if we let Sothan go. Didn't restrain him when he gets super loopy, you know? Speaking of which, I could do with some fly spray. Not speaking of which. I'm trying to find anything about Blue Sky having a Predator problem, but the only drama I'm seeing pop up. I'm sure it's the reputation it gets on the other side, just like the other one gets a reputation on that side, right? Same shit, different side of the coin. I did once get a lot of flack for over-moderating. In what direction? You said you don't like ASCII Willy's server? If something like Predators are active using the platform, I'd prefer to leave it. True. Well, I mean, you're doing your research, right? It's the best thing to do in this case. Not saying the mentality doesn't exist, but I think part of the problem is realising that it isn't the only thing that's going on. For instance, for some godforsaken reason, we decided that if women don't sell their souls to their careers, then they're bad feminists, and it's literally a Handmaid's Tale, and maybe we should examine why we feel that self-worth and economic worth are intrinsically stuck together, even if we claim to hate billionaires. That is a contradiction, it's true. But you want the option, I suppose, right? But then you've got to... If it's about having options, you can't diminish one of the options to the point where you close the door on the option again, right? People were talking the protest players that Holt would play against. I got a bit fed up with it and handed out too many timeouts. What for abusing his opposition? Just me being a bell end and overreacting. I don't think moderating a Twitch chat while wearing jack boots was terribly sensible, so... Shit, no. I used to go and empty the shit truck. Yeah, I mean, in my experience, women who generally choose to stay home are looked down on, yeah. Did I just cause a crash by slamming on? I think I did. Yeah, I'm definitely for the choice, but I'm very much not against, not for, very much against the idea of mocking somebody's choice because it's not the new option. It just seems to be. What, you look down on for being a stay-at-home mum kid? Also, on the other hand, women that stay home and raise their kids, take care of the home, are considered lazy and moochers. People just think they take advantage of their husbands. Exactly, Salty, yeah? I think in the name of progress. But then it... Like, as usual with all of these things, we wouldn't be seeing these opinions unless they were fringe. Which sounds like... What's the word? Counterintuitive or whatever. But you don't see the boring middle of all of these issues, do you? Get asked by everyone when I plan to go back to work. Oh, so maybe it is a bit more than fringe, yeah? Just mid-typing when Azar commented the same thing. Salty good morning incident. Right, I wanted to go and empty the shit truck, so I'm just going to nip back into town. Do this while Razor's up. It'd be nice if I could remember what shit sucks there are left to do. Okay, turn this off. If you're not wage slaving for some rich arsehole, then you're not feministing, right? Is this the turn off, or am I turning off too early? Oh, I've turned off too early, nobody look. Carefully, you know, just like when you treat people in this place like humans, it goes to our heads. With my partner self-employed and works up to 70 hours a week, he does not have to cook, clean, or really help around the house with the kids at all if he doesn't want to, so he can focus on making money for the house. He chose that lifestyle because that's what you've always wanted, and it's the choice that's important. Right then, is Razor in? He is. Just going to empty this. Needs emptying, and I need the money. And we're basically waiting until I can get all the new parts in. I'm on the side of raising kids, keeping up a house all day is harder than the two options, than the harder of the two. Yeah. I think that's a discussion a lot of people aren't willing to have, though, isn't it? From any side. Because a lot of the times, the tasks that you can't leave at 5 PM are more draining than the ones you can, right? As an example, I used to fucking drive all the way around this county doing extremely manual labour for 10 hours a week. In the full sun, on my feet all day, lifting, or either on my knees or crawling under stuff or up trees or whatever. About as physically demanding as you could get. But the fact that I could leave work at 5 PM, it was easy, a piece of piss. Because I could just shut it off and leave. Like, being a parent and that kind of, you never get to leave it, do you? Not that it's not full of bad things, good things. You know what I mean? Couldn't agree more. I don't envy any working mum in any shape, form, or fashion, but belittling that work to stay at home, the work the stay-at-home mums put in just because we stay at home is not okay either. Precisely, yeah. My wife and I both work, and she makes 3 times what I do, and probably works 2 times the hours. But we split the housework and both work from home. She stayed home. Mine stayed at home with us as kids, though, and I'm extremely grateful because it let her be very involved, yeah. My husband goes to work, but also doesn't have to worry about cleaning, cooking, or anything. Stay-at-home mum jobs just never stop. You're on the clock 24 hours a day, yeah. Oh, there's that bitch. I had this conversation in the comment section a few months back, and the amount of people who were attacking you for this opinion was bizarre, to say the least. How full is this? Oh, all the way full. Okay, this was about a perfect time. I mean, it just goes back to the old thing, right? Let people do whatever they choose to do. But then I guess you could start saying, well, they haven't chose to do that. They've been conditioned by society to think they want that way. dumbest thing in all culture war shit is the people who get caught in the middle, yeah. I think they're on some massive crusade, and if they just keep pushing, they're about to get the big win they've all been signing themselves up for. You can't be sick, you can't leave. Your needs literally come last, yeah? You don't eat first, you don't shower first, if anybody's awake, you don't sleep. It's the toughest job I've ever had, but on the other hand, I wouldn't trade it for any single other job. Yeah. Good morning.
Joo.
Is it morning? Good afternoon.
Joo. Ja se teki sitten niin paljon kuin... Ja kiitos käy.
Thank you. Put that down. Kills me when my working sister complains about working a job and wants a vacation, or when she isn't at work, the kids are at daycare, so she's all alone. Then she complains all the time about her kids not wanting to be at work when she's not wanting to be at work. Her kids and wanting to be at work when she isn't and has them. If all of that makes sense. Kills me when my working sister complains about working a job and wants a vacation, or when she isn't at work, the kids are at daycare still, so she's alone. She complains about her kids and wanting to be at work when she isn't and has them. What, so she'd rather be at work than... I mean, that's also fine, right, I suppose. That's also a choice, but then... If you sign up for that lifestyle, you kind of lose your choice because the kids have to come first, right? I know what you mean. The first time I was raised in a household that conditioned me for this lifestyle, but I had a choice to go back and work. Couldn't think of anything worse. I think if you're an adult and want to live your life a certain way and it's legal, achievable and doesn't harm anyone else, then everyone else should pipe the fuck down. Absolutely. I feel like a big issue with the pushback on that kid is that people who don't realise what it actually takes to be a parent. If they did, I don't think they'd say it. Even current parents probably don't realise how difficult it is, which is probably why we have the topic of shithead kids needing better parents. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, as we always qualify, right? I would never ever judge anybody in that position because I will never understand what it's like until I do, right? If your spouse makes enough to support the family, I don't think it really matters if both parents work. That and the kids will probably benefit, right? From whichever. Hello, good morning. Right, I don't think there's any of these to do in town, is there? I think I did the two. Although there might be the one next to the apartments available. Let's go around there and have a go on it. Town tells me this every time I call crying to complain about something, and he's right, it's the hardest job in the world. We've had friends who had kids at 38 and 39 and they talk to us like we're blissfully unaware of how hard it is. We don't have kids because of that very reason. I don't feel up to the job. I know that feeling as well, yeah. Roger that, have to make every lifestyle except the one I prefer illegal. Is that guy in? Yeah, we've done that one, haven't we? Is this guy in? I don't think he is he? Shit. Alright. I don't think any of them are up anymore, are they? So we've got this emptied. Tell you what, we'll go park it where we always used to park it back in the olden days. I was 38 when you... I don't think I've ever made that connection actually, Satan, despite that I've known exactly how old you are and when your kids were born and stuff. I never actually stopped and thought about that. And why not, right? She got caught between her career and parenting and doesn't feel comfortable to rest in either one, yeah. See, that's the thing, right? We had this discussion about the societal pressure that was put on women to stay at home, which obviously needed to be stopped because it's nice for people to have the choice, right? But then I feel like we've gone in the other direction, and now there's societal pressure to not stay at home. And then that's just as restrictive. But the economy demands they do, so that's the fucking pressure we end up with. When it should be about choice and nothing else. Alright, lovely. Oh, it feels right having this packed here. Lovely. Sister-in-law's about to be 43 and just had her obsessed. Not a choice to make lightly, but doing it before your frontal lobe develops while in your prime for birthing might not be the best option. It might have been when we just lived in tribes in fields, but yeah, not now. I have so much respect for people that can say they're not parent people and don't want children. Yeah. Yeah, that's the same with anything, like even dogs, right? If people admit that they'd like a dog, but they don't feel like they can look after one, then it's the right choice. Kids even more so. I barely survived the day as it is. I don't think I could mentally cope with a little one's problems on top of your own, yeah. Me and my partner got dogs, perfect trial run, and we love our dogs to bits, but I don't think we'll have any more until you both retire. Yeah, I mean, I'm in a relationship where there's two of us that like, I think it's unavoidable to feel like a biological need, a little bit. But you have to be responsible on top of that, right? And again, I don't think either of us, the need is strong enough in either of us to overcome the acknowledgement that we wouldn't be the right fit for it. Does that make sense? A couple of mates went with pets instead, and we're very happy with that choice, yeah. Social services get pissy when you put kids in kennels. More fool then. Right, that's some good shopping done. Got some jobs done. Let's go back to home and let's get this car fixed. The amount of parents we know that say you just have to get on with it. It hurts a bit. I get what they're saying, but like when you're not enjoying it even a little bit, no one's even saying being a parent should be fun all the time. But yeah, I suppose. But then I kind of respect the people that are not enjoying it one bit but still doing their best. Because that's completely putting yourself last, right? But it would be nice if everybody enjoyed the relationship with their children, right? Obviously it's optimal. Kids smell. It's a shame going Blade. They get a water bowl, a small place to learn not to poo where you sleep. Such a great way to raise members of society. Quim. Absolutely, don't get into anything you could handle mentally or physically. And I feel like people that say that they don't want kids are very mature and have thought about the pros and the cons. So many people are willy-nilly and don't take responsibility, yeah. I respect it, yeah, but why would you have kids if you don't want to? I mean, if they didn't want to before they even started, then yeah, that's crazy. But if they made a mistake, I suppose it's different. An accident, yeah. But I think you can think you want a child and be convinced and then have one and regret it, right, I suppose? But then you're fighting the biological urges the second it comes out, right? Which were designed to... We're designed in a way that they're so overwhelming that we protect, right? You regretted it, so I took a second to make sure. Did I enjoy that? I'm not sure. Let's do it again just to confirm. Right, drive home. So you ended up with 2 dogs. The first one's broke. Had to get a new dog because she broke the last one. I do think about this now and again, actually. I suppose it's kind of personal, but fuck it. I do think about... I don't know about you, Gwynblade, but I think about our mother. Because there's nothing she'd like more than grandbaits. And our dad and, like, the family line and that kind of thing. Like, it's all abstract stuff, and none of them have ever put a single dot of pressure on us and stuff. I often think they accidentally rolled a 1 when it comes to their kids in terms of getting grandkids. We're a massive disappointment, especially you. Gwynblade's my brother, by the way, for those that don't. Yeah, like, it's... I don't know, I sometimes think, oh my god, this accident I caused up here has only got worse. Don't pull in now! Don't! Oh. Right, I'm going to leave you lot to it. That's a hell of a pile-up, Jesus. Can't believe I don't know who's responsible for that. So my mum is, she never wanted kids, but got knocked up anyway. Has the mother instincts, but regrets being a mum, so she's torn in different directions. But massive credit to her for sticking with it anyway, right? Crash has got a gravitational pull, yeah. We'll come back and it'll be taller than the tree line, a big pile of cars. Contraception exists for a reason, and when those fail, there are options after that too. Friend of mine told you on BC. Oh, birth control. Turns out not. Now he's got a child. Shit. Is there laws against that? I don't know. I've never thought about that before. If it was like purposeful entrapment, oh, not entrapment, because that I know it, but that a similar kind of word to that. Oops, put my wipers on. Oh god, I'm pressing all my buttons. And obviously the fucking default thing to say here is, well, he should have worn one himself, etc. And that's fine, but are there laws against that? Birth control should be on both. Yes. Yeah. If only there's a way the man could. Yeah. Agreed. Just deny it's your child. If you're drinking caffeine on that birth control, then it could fail. You should always wrap your willy, don't be silly. There should be law, but is there? Of course, Paula, yeah, but in terms of this happening, does all these obvious statements just do enough chip damage that you'll just lose whatever ground you're standing on? The twins were convinced, thanks to caffeine on birth control and not using a condom, that she was safe. Bloody hell. For the longest I thought it was an exaggeration of some people letting themselves get pregnant, but then I saw how things work in Japan. A lot of women have them purposefully. A lot of women there, purposely wanted to get knocked up by Americans for a mixed baby, which is a wild thing to see. Why would they want a mixed baby in that instance? Like, what's the appeal there? Just something different. Not sure if it's still like that, but it was in the area you were living at. Many girls I went to school with were taking antibiotics and causing their birth control to not work, and they've got kids because of it. Let's not ban social media, let's ban sex. I've decided. It seems too dangerous. Plus it's all smelly and damp. Ugh. The Rizzard has many love childs all over Azeroth. Martin, you can't get Tommy Jo Stonefield pregnant. Especially not with your eyes. So there is no law against it. I guess that is a personal responsibility trap, right? Another point, we are educated enough on that kind of birth control to know what is and isn't allowed. Sothan's the CEO of sex, he'd lose a lot of money. Are you saying that laws that could be set out to protect the public are blocked by people that might lose money if those laws get put into action? We're veering very close to the abortion law here, and I think we should stop now. And he aborted a family member right there. Whew. Too busy reading fucking chat. A crucial exception, stealthing. There is a growing legal distinction regarding the reverse scenario if a partner secretly removes a condom during sex without consent. Known as stealthing, several states have passed laws allowing the victim to sue for sexual battery or civil damages because it alters the agreed upon nature of physical contact. However, lying verbally about oral contraceptives has not been given the same legal treatment. Well, I guess one is coercion. Is it coercion? I don't know. Stealthing is quite an interesting law, though, right? Name. He's alive, we're good, we're fine. Is it offence here as well? Stealthing. Well, I suppose all of the above, right, Reeves? Health risks as well. A lot different here, at least in my experience with that salty. They've told me not to go on any hormonal stuff due to mental health. I don't know if that's the only reason, but I had a good long chat with the GP about options and side effects and stuff. But, you know. Is it maybe because with our system it's better to not give out too much medication? Only to those who need it, as opposed to getting a financial kickback if you put somebody on any, you know what I mean? More profitable to medicate than it is to do anything, right? Whereas our system works in the opposite direction. They want you in there less, don't they, not more. This has been a weird stream so far, good work team. I'm alright with it. There are non-hormonal options, which is what I have gone with, but it was really close. Really nice to hear. Hey, this is going to possibly cause you to have some issues. Let's look at other options, yeah. Less expensive options instead of more. Plus, if you're a woman, you just need to either calm down or lose weight. They're more informative. It's awesome that they're more informative. They don't care here. They don't care if it causes more mental issues, it seems. They don't care if you're sick because of all the hormones can't function. Well, then you're worth more money, right? But I'm about to have that conversation about my heart state, and let's not start. Yeah, they've got tablets to cure the mental issues too, yeah. And then tablets for the constipation those cause. Right, let's check the post. None. Tablets on tablets on tablets on tablets. Okay, I'm hoping these spark plugs are the cure that we've been looking for. Like a pick and mix. It's like a choose your own adventure. You pick this one, then you unlock this one, and then if you go down that path, you unlock this one, and then before long you've taken 300 of them a day. Ah, lovely. Those mental issues tablets are nice. I can't imagine the person I would be without them. Talking of thunder then. That's why you opted out of it for now. Tell you what, pooing after 4 days while on mirtazapine was a great dopamine hit. So do SSRIs cause congestion? Yeah, not congestion. Constipation. It's like a skill tree. The midwife wasn't so happy. Grandma? Well, at least she's alive, I suppose. Is it not mine? I don't know. Explain like I'm 5. I will, Grandma, yeah, but I only just delivered you some yesterday. And I need to go to Siddle's. Yeah, Grandma. Thank you, Grandma. Love you, bye. Oh, it's midstream break time. Let's get the bag unloaded. I don't want my sausages to go bad. Grandma calling, yeah, that's true. Grandma calling does not necessarily imply she's alive in this, it seems. We've been there before. It's Schrodinger's grandma, though. Is she dead if you didn't see her die? If Grandma dies on a rally track, but no one's around to laugh at it, did she really die? It's not a SRI, but it made you sleep, give you muscle aches and constipation. It's like a brick. The stuff I'm looking for could cause manic episodes. The other stuff that wouldn't isn't a sedative. Is a sedative, and I can't have kids in the bed. Also, wouldn't like the zombie feeling stuff they want to put you on would make you feel. Yeah, you don't want to have any kind of altered state, do you, when you've got banes to look after. Sertraline is an SSRI or Zoloft for the Yanks, yeah. Okay. Chaz, I'm not asking her that. Neither are you. Leave her alone. Opting out is the only option you've got. Lovely. Right, when we get back, I am going to... Actually, I'll be able to put this flat, am I? When we get back from the midstream break, we're going to switch the spark plugs out. And hopefully that'll get the car started. Lovely. In fact, just so you don't have to listen to the bugs, I'm going to have a shower just for you lot. Usually tolerate, but the downside, it takes 3 weeks to get into your system. Does it really? What, before it starts taking effect? Most non-invasives was a copper coil IUD, and to deal with it when it comes to your mental health. Go for a walk, open curtains. Is Zoloft the same as fluoxetine? Makes it worse too. Jittery and constant spine tingling. Oh, it's got to build up in your system to work, I bet. Right then, midstream break time. Is that good? Is that beautiful? Lovely. Right, everybody stay calm during the midstream break. Don't spook Jess. They'll be back in 2 minutes. Hello. Sertraline, that's Prozac. Oh, are there brands out there? Prozac and Zoloft. Right, what's in that can? Glad we used the chemical compound name for them. It's harder than some fancy title. They're brands, aren't they? Both SSRIs for depression and panic attacks, PTSD, well, it's for depression and bulimia and OCD. Oh. We made a slight change to fancy product we use for storage, and it's been emailing us every day, every like 15 minutes to complain, even though everything is working just fine. Just set up a rule to mark the complaints as read, and apparently we've got 18,000 emails. Oh, sorry, this is work related. I see. I read the word fancy, like Martin said fancy, and I thought this was tablet related. We made a slight change to a fancy product we use for storage, and it's been emailing us every 15 minutes to complain, even though everything is working fine. Just set up a rule to mark the complaints as read, and apparently we've got 18,000 emails about it in a couple of weeks. What, so have they got some automated system? They must do, right? There can't be one person that's just that angry. Tried all three, sertraline, citalopram, and fluoxetine. Just gave up at the end. Am I missing one? Got all sorts of little jobs to do today, but I'm alright with it because we're kind of waiting for our shit to get picked up, right? The withdrawal was weird. It felt like he was tilting upwards on a roller coaster. What, physically, you mean, or like as an emotional metaphor? Martin says Professor Peppy. Reap says Cloudy Lemonade. 6-4 says Twisted Fruit. Lundios, good afternoon, how are we? Says Diet Coke. Azar says Tropical Bear, good afternoon, says Ginger Beer. In theory, you want those automated alerts so you know if something breaks Oh, I see. So the automation thing's just flying off the handle. I'll just confirm I'm not floating about in the camera shot. Well, let's spend the rest of this Monday sensibly. I think first job is we'll get Keelyu all bottled up, put it in the van. Pinkle's about to get 18,000 emails, and wow, physically. I wonder if you can get a bot set up to just spam somebody with mail. Please say I've got Keelyu left. Okay, yeah, I've got loads. Alright, that's good. Could even take Soth on a batch today if we've still got a bit of sunlight left. Was there no other option, Reeps? Trying to find out something that works is a pain, so I definitely get why you gave up, you know. The male corpse camper. No, he went to Bronzebeard. Oh, physically, it messes with your ear fluid. Ooh. I can't cope with anything that alters my mental state anymore. Like my, not my mental state, but like my sense of control, like alcohol or excessive, like nicotine, for some reason, after being off drink for 16 years, you develop a real fear of it, weirdly. That's the position I'm in currently. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First day of vacation, so feels up and cold. Also, feet up and a cold GT in hand. Why don't you, Lundios, have a cold GB in hand? Bear, congratulations, good work. Can't see anybody else that got ginger beer? No? Theo's entered the slapping phase, pray for me. Yeah, get him back. That was a sketchier joke than I meant it to be. No, all in, balls deep. How long you got on off Lundios? I mean, while you're in that relaxed position, you can start to feel, like, be more, like, physically aware of the effects of the voodoo doll of you that Augur's currently putting pins in as we speak. People take sertraline for relief for tinnitus as well. I don't know. I didn't know this when I took it, but you noticed when it came back. What, did you have tinnitus, Matt? Still slamming the ginger beers again. True addicts never stop. Right, I'm really hoping spark plugs was the problem, because the car was just not maintaining power. We're going to have to start thinking of a lot of other things if it's not. I'm worried that the alternator, I might need a new alternator or something, but spark plugs is the easiest and cheapest thing to replace, so that's what I'm going to try first. Now he's on holiday, he can focus on kicking Augur's ass, that's true. I like this new season of Lundio starts terrifying a fellow dream. The first season was Santa and it was very successful, and now we're on to the second one and he couldn't have picked a better target to start to spook the Nog. Where's the other one? There, come with me and into the woods, boy. Lovely. Should really be putting them in the bin, I suppose. Fear of drink or mood/mind altering stuff. Just being intoxicated in any way that changes your personality a little bit, right? Which obviously a lot of things can do. Just mind altering stuff, yeah. I don't ever want to lose control in any way now. Which I suppose is a good thing, right? It means you're content. You don't feel any need to do it, even recreationally. You've had tinnitus all your life, mate, I say. There are a lot of drinks from Tesco I'd like to try, but they can't be found in Sweden. Augur can try and I'll win anyway. And your vacation will be for 6 weeks. 6 weeks? Oh yeah! 6 weeks! Now that is how you have time off, lovely. It's good work. You know what? The plan for today's stream was to calm down after a chaotic week last week. And I felt good today. This is the way. We've also, I don't know if nobody seems to have noticed, we've entered a polo shirt era, by the way, because we was out all weekend, or for most of it, and didn't get a chance to do a wash. So the 2 shirts I usually wear on stream aren't available. We're in the polo shirt. Shall I do an Eric Cantona? I'm going to leave Leeds and celebrate in front of a new one. It's fine, it's a high pitch ringing, but I get autistic focus on it sometimes. What's autistic focus? Is that when you become incredibly locked in on something and it's distracting you? Right. You can't even tell. Yeah, I had a feeling you might not be able to. Different colour as well. Oh, I remember now. I needed a new belt, didn't I? Sorry for the whining. Does it idle though? Right, the belt's knackered. I can hear that as well. Or the alternator. But at least it idles. So the spark plugs were the problem with it not idling. But I still think I need a new alternator and probably a new belt. Let me just absolutely confirm that it was adjusted properly. Because it might just be the alternator needs a bit of a tweak. What if the polo shirt era is a completely new revolution in the Doomhaus? We need one actually because, well, that might not have actually been lined up straight. Because I don't know about the rest of you, but that World Cup shit last week, that spooked the shit out of me into realising just how much the Doomhaus doesn't work at scale. Alright, so either the belt's knackered. Power-wise, we're back. We're fine. Okay, but I need a new fan belt, accessory belt, and a new alternator. I suppose what I need to do at this point then is I need to remove this alternator so I can go and buy a new one. There are other options for sure. I just gave up trying because I could manage as I did before any medication. Got a long-term health problem that started as a kid. What, so it was less about something that was keeping you on the straight and narrow and more about something that just made day-to-day a tiny bit easier so you can do without it, right? No, wait. I'm flapping. I'm running about. Calm down, Stubbler. Got work to do. Can't be in my summer car forever, which means we need pregnancy percent. Hang on a minute, I just realised we had this discussion about accidentally getting pregnant. We didn't talk about the whole reason we're in my summer car right now, and that being one of the core components of the story we're aiming to achieve. So one day you had a few more bad days than good days. Or was it a case of like trying to work out what was causing the bad? Is that how you get out of a situation like that? Right, okay. If we're going to swap the alternator out, I need a new belt as well, but that's fine. I've got a bit of driving tomorrow, but that's all good. Knowing your limits and your triggers, yeah. Was it a 10 at the back of the alternator? It's in there somewhere, right? Yeah. So now, with the alternator adjusted, I should be able to go like this, pop the belt off, and pop the alternator off. Ooh. Wait, no, that's not the right one, is it? I think I just undid the gearbox. No, that is the alternator. So how the alternator not come off? It just has to be adjusted all the way out before it will come off. Alternator? So it must be attached then somehow. Nice if I've forgotten how this works. Oh, the Valheim. I'm so excited for Valheim. Okay, why can't I remove the alternator? Is there something else? Is it the fuel pump that's holding it on, maybe? What I want to do for Valheim this time around is... I don't know if I had this discussion on stream or in golf or something. I'm going to focus on living in... Why did that spark? I maybe should have uncoupled the battery before fucking about with an electrical part of the... I see now, yeah, that makes sense. In fact, I'm going to do that now. Yeah, in Valheim, I think, with the new biome, I'm going to focus on living out there. So just set off and try my hardest to spend as much time out there as possible. Right, then I want this in here. That. Then, I mean that can stay like that, right? I need a alternator from Alcarion's and a new timing belt. Oh, there's something wrong with this car. I mean, basically I had the all stock components and then I drove it at full whack, right? Nuke Stubleton. No, Stubleton's the best.
Hei, olen Simo.
Joo, ei jaksa kattoo sun naamaas.
Stubleton's more of a main character than Stubble. Ashland Stubleton, or no balls. That's the thing. I think that's the thing that put me off. Is trying to build in the Ashlands or in the Mistlands. Just, it never felt viable, right? But maybe in the deep north. Although I don't, I'm wondering how like temperature and stuff's going to work. I'm assuming just wearing the frost cape, whatever it's called, isn't going to suffice. Okay, right, let's go to bed and let's wake up tomorrow And got all Kieran's. Time is it? 10 PM. Lovely. If Sothan rings, do I have to take it? He didn't. Good. Moved to Martinholme? No, I respect myself too much. Ooh, I am looking forward to it now, so. Lovely. Then again, Valheim was dangerous last time. In that, 1 month in Valheim, we met Radware, Paula, Shaggy Dan, Reeps, Schmitz. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Fucking Valheim. You can stop at Sandbach M6 on the way. That was a genius move, though. Naming your outposts after British services. 6 AM, lovely. By the time we've got to Alkyrion's, it'll be go time, and then we'll go to town, and then lovely. Hopefully the postal order's there to pick up, and then once this car's up and running, we'll have a racing radiator and everything to put straight on it. The Valheim community, yeah. It's crazy though, we met all those people in a month. I actually remember we met 2 people while streaming Valheim, and they happened to win the, what shall we call this, pig thing that we were doing, right? They happened to guess the 1 to 100 thing. And I was like, fuck, we're going to name them after 2 people we're likely never going to meet again. One was called, Turbo Flapper or something, I can't remember his name. And the other was called Shaggy Dan. And I was convinced we'd never see these people again, and I'd have this, weird pig that was named after nobody. But nope, Shaggy Dan's still here to this day, what a god. Does Sandbach have a tight multi-story? What, a multi-story car park in the services? Sandbach is the amateur move. Kiel is better. What's the one just outside of Manchester? There's Birch, isn't there? What's the other one? Why is talking about pigs this made you think you should make brownies, kid? Getting a pork brownies. What was your wife again, Francesca? Didn't it begin with an E? Can't remember. Esmeralda, maybe? It's got a shit old footbridge. What was the name, Katz? Is it Esmeralda? I can't remember. Katz's wife. She smelled chocolate, that's all. Olga, good afternoon. Kitten lives in a constant state of thinking she should make brownies. It's like a low-level addiction that's just sat there in the background, chipping away at her mental state until she makes brownies. That's going to annoy me now, Katz. I mean, we all remember Chellis the chicken, right? We had Chellis the chicken, and we was all celebrating having Chellis the chicken. That Friday, while in full celebration mode, Olga made a card in Cards Against Humanity that was feeding ice cream to a chicken. And we were all happy to have Chellis the chicken, and then he was dead before the midstream break on the Monday. Oh yeah, Martin the chicken in the... What do you mean water gutter? Why do you have to say it like that? It's a gorgeous canal is what it is. Oh, I want to go back. I'm looking forward to that. Kitten, you've just said that as a trap to make me say stupid words in my accent, and I'm not falling for it. Not that it's mattered much, but since I'm getting into game development, I haven't played a video game. But we got 2 weeks off basically every year around Christmas and New Year's. You've not played a video game since you got into game development. I just realised what you wrote. Me and some buddies decided to do a quick 2-week playthrough of Valheim, which is the only reason I started watching Twitch. Is that true, Paula? So over Christmas and New Year, you had a tiny little break. You played your first video game for years. It got you into Valheim. You went to Twitch for the first time, found this place, and now you're stuck here. Isn't it amazing how many people, how this fly trap works sometimes? And now we're all stuck in it and can't get out for various reasons. That's kind of crazy, actually, Paula. You've not played a game in 5 years. Whew. Martin Moat, the successor to Martin Bridge. Yeah, that Valheim playthrough in 2024 came at a really... I don't know if you remember, everybody. It came at a bit of a rough time, and I'd spent like a month without the camera on, and my stomach was causing me chaos and all of that stuff. So I never actually got to properly appreciate that run because it was like in the background of a pretty rough couple of months. But there was some good shit in that. Now we look back and reminisce. Like fucking that catapult that I set up on the mountainside and accidentally put my fully upgraded farming hoe in it and just twanged it off and I never did find that. I accidentally pressed the wrong button and put my farming hoe in my catapult and sent it off somewhere on Peninsula and never found it ever again. I'd had that fucking thing. That thing I made at the very start of the playthrough. Never found it again. Lost it. Fucking idiot. Or when I got in it myself and forgot to put the flying cape on and just slammed into the side of the mountain and lost a couple of channel points. Let me say I've not seriously played a game. Obviously, like there's the time I played golf with you guys or other games that take less than a week. I don't really count, yeah. More just test ideas, right? Yeah, weird. There's a phrase in Britain called a busman's holiday, which means if you drive a bus all day, the last thing you want to do when you go on holiday with your family is to drive them somewhere, right? They were the COVID months, yeah. What was the name of the locks that I put in a boat and tried to take it halfway across the map? What was its name? I had to build a massive stone surround for it, didn't we? And it kept getting off the boat to attack stuff, and it was one of the most frustrating things I've ever done. What was its name? No, it wasn't Siddles. Siddles was... We have something called Siddles as well in that game at one point. Jenny or something. I don't know. Maybe. That might have been the names of the locks that I was breeding at the time. It's not even that. It's more like if I get addicted to a game, I'm playing it while I'm... Oh, I see. You gotta distract yourself. Fucking hell, what was the name of that locks? Oh, I remember what its name was. And you lot should remember as well, because it was dumb. I don't know who named it this, but it wasn't me, so I'm not getting any blame for this. It was called John Locks. So you fucking knobheads are all not very creative. Oh, I remember it's constantly jumping out of the boat when I was trying to be happy. Might have been Azar, yeah. I'm getting a little bit misty-eyed now, but unlike usual, whenever I'm looking forward to a playthrough, it's coming up soon. Was it? What did you say, Bear? Was it September or October the 9th? It's not that long away. You remembered it the last second. Right, coming back in. I was just saving to scoot time forward a little bit. September, yeah. It's not bad, that. Get this, everybody. In the future, maybe next year, I suppose. Once I've beat the Deep North, once Stubbles finally killed every boss in Valheim, and put his legacy to bed, we're having a Doomhaus server at some point. I'm going to put it on a stupid difficulty, and we're going to all live together. Fancy that? And 7 Days is coming up soon as well. Ooh, I'm looking forward to this year suddenly. Alright, I'll carry us up. I'll carry on. I need a new alternator, please. I'm in the game, kitten, even though I know you're busy and you can't really afford to play too much, but... Just an alternator for me, please, yes? Valheim's always been extremely cheap, right? So even if you just bought it as a one-off, it costs you less than a pizza, right? Oh god, I've said the P word when Cheeky's turned up. Cheeky, welcome to the stream and thank you for the raid. The delayed Fable to 2027, the wankers. Cheeky, I appreciate it, welcome in. How's it going, Cheeky? Everybody, if you're enjoying Cheeky's stream, make sure you follow him. How about that? And everybody in here that hasn't already, do the same. Or you're bad people. I'm having to replace the alternator on the car because it's died. But with a bit of luck, I'm off to go check my postal order and I might have my new racing radiator. Sorry, I've not let my van warm up. Could cheese the Elder together. Oh, you're going for 100% in GTA 5, Cheeky? Have you ever done 100% in that game? Yeah, I'm going to say it looks like you did. That must be quite the undertaking. I appreciate the raid though, good afternoon. Just getting misty-eyed over Valheim suddenly. Was Fable 3 any good there? I adored Fable 1, was a little bit busy outside of gaming for Fable 2, but played it later on and enjoyed it. But I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about Fable 3. "100% in Vice City took me 14 hours, so fuck knows what 5 would take. Damn. 14 hours? What, is that a good clip though, right? I like them all, I just don't think about all the promises. Oh, Peter Molyneux, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever listened to a word he said. That wasn't me dismissing him, I just mean... I don't really get into the behind-the-scenes stuff on games often. You didn't know what he was doing, yeah. I have, but that was on Legacy. Enhanced has different achievements, and I was enjoying my time in it, so I thought, why not stay a bit longer? Absolutely. Everybody click Cheeky's name and give him a follow. Same for everybody that streams in this god-awful place, 6-4 as well. Everybody, fill up your follower list with people you know. And 10% of it was just doing taxis, yeah. Is Vice City the same as San Andreas, where it gives you a health bonus when you do it? I think it does, right? Play Valheim on the Steam Deck. Top of the played Steam Deck. Valheim is deceptively massive. Yeah, it's true. That changes things. Oh, health is for paramedic, of course. Taxi gives you the jump-in taxi, right? I think Sorry, yeah. Health is paramedic. Fireproof is fire services, yeah. Sorry, I'm with you. Taxi, you get either the one that boosts or the one that can jump, right? Probably the worst of the lot, but I think it's much better now that GFWL is dead. Oh, Games for Windows Live, yeah. Fable 2's not on PC. Is that true? I don't know, I've been sat thinking I should do a Fable 2 playthrough for a while because I enjoyed playing the first one through. which is on YouTube. Build Gwynblade a torture chamber now. Build a Gwynblade a torture chamber. I've often thought about maybe building some kind of Gwynblade torture chamber around one of the spawns in Valheim. Yeah, the route is weird as I do firefighter in the first 5 minutes and paramedic in the first hour, but then vigilante and taxi are right at the end. Yeah, what does vigilante get you? Is it bulletproof tyres on every vehicle or something? Oh, buff to armour, yeah, that makes sense. Do you know, in my mind, this whole year's been swallowed up with My Winter Car. Doesn't it feel like it's the only thing I've streamed this year? But in this year alone, I've played Pacific Drive, Minecraft, My Winter Car, My Summer Car, World of Warcraft, The Forest 2 and The Long Dark 2. That's 7 different games I've played this year, but it doesn't feel like it at all, does it? You get health by doing... Oh, Pizza Boy. Paramedic gives infinite sprint. Oh, so it is quite different, yeah. Minecraft The Forest, Pacific Drive, My Summer Car, My Winter Car, WoW Hardcore. Been a busy year, I suppose. But there has been a hell of a lot of My Winter Car. Right, pray that the Coastal Order's coming. What's your top 3? What, from this year? Problem is, for me, it's not fair having any top 3 games when My Summer Car exists. It's like cheating. Right, need a new belt, don't I? We'll get a few belts as well, because I'm alright for money. I don't know, I really enjoyed... The fuck? Ah, shit, that's too early. Excluding Finnish games. Well, I don't leave many. This year, I don't know. Minecraft, definitely. I really enjoyed Minecraft, so that was tough. And obviously I'm a fan of WoW, but I don't think I enjoyed streaming it that much. So that leaves Minecraft, Pacific Drive, and The Forest. I don't like the Forest games too much. I don't know. I thought the first one was crap, and because it was crap, it made me really interested to see the second. And while the second was an improvement, I just don't think it was an improvement in a way that I would want to play another version of. I'm just waiting for him to open the shop. Yeah, Minecraft was this year. Most of it was this year as well, which is weird, cheeky. Minecraft and WoW Hardcore was this year. And what have we got to play left? Obviously, there's Valheim. KCD 2 is something I'm interested in playing. Subnautica 2, but that's a few years away now, right? State of Decay 3 is coming out. There's some variety in there, you know. I always feel like this game has no variety, because I play a lot of like survival-y kind of games, but there's so much variety in that genre, right? Because I like the survival. The reason I like KCD is because of its survival elements, but that's nothing like this, which is full of survival elements, which is nothing like The Long Dark, which is full of... Oh yeah, I forgot The Long Dark on that list. Grounded, I played this year. No, that wasn't this year, was it? That was last year. Yeah, I always worry that this channel feels a bit samey. But it's just because for like 2 months of every year I play the shit out of My Summer Car for some reason. I always find an excuse to come back. Will this dickhead open this shop? 2 minutes.
Good evening, folks. folks, and welcome back to Finish and You're Finished.
It's 10 a.m.
Guest
so
tonight, a man who's no stranger to danger. It is Jothan. Fresh off his latest adventure where he managed to fill his Satsuma's engine with beer instead of coolant, Jothan, tell us, have you heard of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Glad we cut, boss. Right, where was we? Please post a loader, please post a loader, please post a loader, please post a loader. Morning. Yes.
Tervetuloa te... Ei kun sinäkö se vaan oli?
Are you alright? You could have opened a little earlier. You were stood in here, exactly like that, knowing that I was stood out there waiting. You don't respect me, do you?
Haista vittu.
Sä kyllä voit hakea muualtakin sun ostokset, jos ei tämä
I don't.
kelpaa.
No, I
Eiku
don't.
hetkinen, etpä voikaan.
Yes, alright. Can I have my postal order, please? Fucking $5,000 in his pockets after he sasses me.
Kiitoksia ja tervetuloa.
Yes,
uudelle.
yes, thanks for being so friggin' positive as always. Ooh, look! It's Christmas. Christmas 11335. The store, what a welcome sight, innit? I never played RimWorld Reaps, no. I don't even really know what RimWorld is. To be honest, I would have opened a few minutes late if I knew you were waiting for something. Why would you say that? Given it's Christmas Day, let's make a nice display of our presents, shall we? Is that a nice display? Look at that. What a brown thumbnail that would be. Boxes. Alright. Lovely, right? What have we got? This is a big one. What is even in a package that long? I can't remember what I've ordered. What did I order? Oh, the spoiler, I remember now. Yeah, a bit of downforce on the top road. I thought aerials myself at first, but we've actually got those. Wanted to go to Southampton on the way home, don't I? Just realised. Shit. Then this should be the flywheel. See, this is all going to get us the speed we need, especially this. I mean, this is going to make the engine survive a little better, plus adding a bit of speed. Sorry, I just have to wait for the cardboard. Used to do it when you worked. You used to do it when you worked at Weatherspoons. And look at it. What a beauty. New cab. All of these together should mean that we can beat the sprite race, catch Suski's eye, and start the end game. In summary, you land on a world and have to survive and build your colony while under threat from various worldly things. Been playing it recently, it's good. You're only a few hours in now. I know what it looks like, yeah, but in terms of the basic mechanics, I don't know. It's like a... You wouldn't call it an immersive sim, would you? It's a bit more of a sim than an immersive sim. Like a sandboxy type deal, right? Right, next job, so thanks. We're going to make some money. Then we're off home. When the handbrake's been... yep, then we're off home. Got our new bits on the car. That's the trouble, he wasn't walking out the front of his shop. Management sim, yeah. The never adapting story. I don't really know much about things on that side of gaming. I'm just the trouble with me is I'm a massive immersion nerd, and you don't often get. It's a bit of a different deal, isn't it? Getting immersed in strategy games or management sims and that kind of thing. Right then, let's go see if Southam's awake. Yeah, it's a game I randomly decided to try because it was on sale and you heard good things about it. It's always good when a game like that properly gets its hooks into you and that was a surprise and not something that somebody's forced on you. You tend to love them more longer term, don't you? Well, I don't know how I'm feeling about the polo shirt era. This feels like this is too seismic a change for the Doomhaus. You know what? Before we head home, I'm going to do the responsible thing. For once. Because everybody, you don't have to be Mystic Meg to see it coming. That I'm going to come barreling over that hill on the rally and just have my wheels clip just on this side. Wait, I'm not doing the rally. I'm not doing the rally. I'm not doing the rally. That was not a Freudian slip. Logged on Hearth and Stitches is in the doorway. What of the tavern? Because Martin's not doing his job of tidying up Duskwood. There we go. Perfect. Alright, that's out of the way for the rally I'm not doing. Do cars not have a rear view mirror in 95? They do, I think. There is actually a setting in the thing, though. Sometimes it can disable itself where the rear view mirrors are disabled. Stitches was dead in the doorway. Got him. Just because Martin's doing his job of keeping Darkshire safe. Right, let's go. Back to Southampton. Oh, you mean, I see what you mean now, Reeps, yeah. There isn't one in the van, is there? I mean, usually these vans don't have the, like, box vans are usually fully covered, aren't they, so they don't have rear view mirrors, but this one totally could. I never noticed that the van doesn't have one. Irresponsible driver, that's why. Anyway, I shouldn't talk about Martin anymore. He got killed by Hogger at level 23. Have you heard that, Cheeky? Martin got killed by Hogger at level 23. It's impressive, though. You must have, genuinely, Martin, you're probably in a really, like, elite club. There can't be many people that can claim that. Certainly a unique thing to have done. Slow down, slow down. Okay, now that was a bit too much speed. Because it's physically... But it's actually not a bad defence, Martin, to get out of it. I can stop talking about it if you need me to. We can go along with the narrative that you absolutely smashed him and got a load of friends to help and stuff. You can always veto me talking about what happened. Chaz is opting to keep talking about it. Stop reacting to the Gamma comments. Now you found some.
Vittu ja vittu.
Hey, look, it's that shit-ass bridge. You managed to avoid the wow bug this time. I am loving my WoW at the moment. Ooh. I know I say this every year, but might be the strongest private server I've seen in a long time. Absolute rage. And I just uncovered a bunch of people from one of my favourite ever guilds are on the server as well, and suddenly the friends list is rammed and it's top. Yeah, Martin's playing for the very first time and he seems to be more hooked than anybody. So good. I wasn't quite sure whether I was ready for it, because I'd obviously been tanking WoW for the last few years. I didn't think I was ready for it. And on that opening night I was like, maybe I may have committed a bit too early. But just seeing how strong this server is and how rare of an opportunity it is to take full advantage of the server being this strong, it put the fire up me, and now I'm very much loving it. Apart from that Rizard bitch. Whoa. Yeah, servers like this don't come around very often. Is he? He is, of course he is. I've got 6 for him, right? In fact, I only own 6. Hello, Southend. Oh. One of them days. Yeah, thought as much. Right, Sothan. I can tell it's my summer car when your van's full of... Enjoy that. Just how you like it, I've heard. Is it any good? Of course it is. Appreciate it. There's another one for you. And you can have a third if you don't make me drink it with you. I could go around the block and give him another one, but I don't want to cheese it. That good? Good doing business with you. And this guy didn't make me stand outside and wait this whole time. Lovely. Right, fucking loud songs on. Brace yourselves. In fact, let's put Finland FM on. Just not got the taste for the loud song at the moment. Sorry, Dougie. I think I prefer it more to talk radio.
Vittu ja vittu.
Whew. Should have seen it coming, but didn't. So I love you, bye. Okay. I hope the belt and the new alternator is the fix that I'm looking for. Am I right in thinking that those two used to be outside the shop on a Saturday and a Wednesday? Saturday obviously for the dance, and then Wednesday because of whatever. I don't know if there's any reason for it being Wednesday, but if that's possible I can maybe put enough components on so I can go for the street race on tomorrow in game. And I don't even have to beat them, do I? I just have to keep up with them until something tragic maybe happens, baby. I think the carb and the radiator would be enough on their own. And I mean, then it'd be Saturday and I could do a little amateur rally, maybe. Press 1. No. See? When I get blamed, just know that it's unanimous. We know it's going to happen, just accept it. Turning it off, that was too loud. Yeah, but with My Summer Car, I genuinely think in My Summer Car, there is of course people that would like to see something else, of course. But I genuinely think in My Summer Car, if I sat here and said, alright, do you want a week of My Summer Car where I just stand on the drive and stare at the sky with the radio, and people would be like, yeah? I think you blame me for it being unanimous. Is it Helsinki syndrome? No trim, we're good. Right, is the loud song finished? Yes. Talk radio, excellent. I've got to stop. I drive like this now, so I can fuck about and drink coffee and stuff. Look how far I'm having to reach across to hit the throttle. I'm too busy stretching and mucking about, drinking coffee. I'm going to have arthritis by the time I'm 40. Hang on, isn't 40 about the time when arthritis kicks in? Or is that a bit early? I was going to start saying, when do I have to have a finger up my bum, but stomach issues in 2024, that's happened already. You don't already have it? Are we supposed to have it by 40, or are the people that do have it unique? Say it, how much... say it, who's over 40? Say it, Gwynblade. Alkiriel. Monrot. When does the arthritis start? So you've not got it age related. Oh God, imagine Monrot with arthritis. Ooh, shit. You have to have a finger up your bum for arthritis. I hope not, because it makes your fingers all bobbly sometimes, doesn't it?
Jumalauta!
Alright. That's what I'm saying, it can. If you get that dark. Right, you there. Look at all these upgrades. Look. Ooh, it's gonna... Wait, did I buy that belt? We forgot to buy a belt. I'm saying we because if any of you would have noticed that I'd have forgot, you would have used it as an opportunity to take the piss out of me so hard that you wouldn't have been able to help yourself. I feel like you're going to have it one day. You started with it when you were 10, Reeves. Fuck! Fucking piss ass. Door. I forgot a new belt. I walked in the shop and swore at him and then talked about the shop and didn't give... With a bit of luck though. Yeah, my short-term memory is knackered lately. It's usually a sign I'm getting even less deep sleep than I usually do. Told myself I'd head back to my sleeping chair to take a nap while watching this so my legs don't get swollen. Then I fell asleep before I went back. So anyway, I have this timing belt. Shut up. So then, hang on a minute. You thought you'd head back to the chair to take a nap, then fell asleep before you went back. What, you fell asleep at your desk? Right, alternate it on. I mean, there is a bit of luck. There is a slight chance that it was the alternator that was the problem. And this just works nicely. That would be the ideal situation. How do you fall asleep? What, with your head back in your chair? I intentionally took the headrest off so I don't ever lean back in it. Look, you see where the headrest should be. It could be hypermobility that you've got that's doing it. Yeah. Arthritis in your knee at 10. So is it just a misunderstanding that arthritis is related to age? Or is it just more common in the elderly? Head forward, drooping. The trick is to have a desk with no space on it. It is rarer in young people. Wait, where's the belt? Where did I put the belt that I took off? Is it despawned? Or is it still like wrapped? Oh, it's there. I'm feeling belts didn't despawn in this. Oh, sorry for a second. First try. Okay, let's line him up. Does go with age, but it could happen sooner, yeah. Monoarthritis, increasingly enough, it's only in one joint. You don't have time to realise I don't know what arthritis actually is. I mean, I know what the symptoms is and how it makes people suffer. But I don't know what the actual, what's going on in there scientifically that causes it. Right, pray with me that it wasn't the belt and it was a knackered alternator that was making it squeak. I do think it was the belt, and if true, then I fucked up big time. Okay, battery's reconnected. Choke's out. Gorilla radio. Oops. Oh, why's the throttle not working? Am I not even in... Oh, I'm not even in fucking driving mode. Listen! It was the alternator, not the belt. Rheumatoid is where the body attacks the joint, and osteo is often enough through general age. Oh, so it's just the swelling of the joint, is that all it is? Inflammation of the joints. Of the bone, I assume, or of the muscle around it. Nice. Okay, that's good then. So I forgot the belt, but it doesn't actually matter. Sorry. So now it's running and it's ticking over. Is there anything I can swap while I have the car parked now? All of this needs the car to be stopped, right? Especially the flywheel. Do I put all the improvements on? That looks terrible. Alright, well we don't have any paint, so it's going to have to stay that colour. Right, is it going to run on tick over? That's not the best. Alright, I'll leave it for now. Because I need to start swapping out other bits. Let's change the radiator first, I think. The radiator is 10s, I think. Is it 410s? I'll just need to take the hose off as well, I believe. Right. Of that last song was. It was something on Finland FM. Some 90s dance rubbish. Oh, shit. Usually the area surrounding the joint swells, which is triggered by the immune system overreacting from... Oh, the area around...
Just in, they must have accessory for everyone in this godforsaken country, the anti-wasp car freshener. One whiff of this and those pesky wasps will steer clear of exactly your Satsuma. Swap the buzz for a breeze with anti-wasp.
Ei saatana.
The area surrounding the joint swells, which is triggered by the immune system overreacting from... Oh, so deteriorating bone makes everything swell. I'm not a doctor, but that's my understanding. Wait, you're not a doctor? It's the only reason we've accepted you here for this long. Who's going to help Sothan with his warts? The tissue surrounding the lining. Get a parrot for warts. Does that work? Yeah, but Trim's lost his license. Apparently, Eastern medicine never existed in the first place. Call my father asked, but that would be weird because he's got psych rotations tomorrow. What about your warts? Well, retiring the old girl. Thank you, old radiator. You've been an absolute joy for the, 7 minutes I've driven this car so far on this run. And then the racing radiator. Look at it as well. What a beauty. I never realised the bolt placement's different on the radiator, from one radiator to another. A completely different model, isn't it? I've never noticed that before. There you go, Sarthan, we've discovered something we didn't know. Even 1,200 hours into the game or whatever we're up to now. Again. Right, somebody write the word oil filter for me. What's unionising? Unionising, I was about to say I don't think I've ever had a wart before, but I used to have one on your thumb growing up for several years. I don't think I ever noticed when it finally just left. Just went away. So I thought it was glacial warts. Front right upper controller. I'm going to have to at some point, but I don't want to. Don't make me think about it. That's a point. I'll have a look. Yeah. So with I've got the name of these now. Obviously the strut does most of the work, but what the fuck is this thing called again? Wishbone. That does the rest of it, yes, so there's no such thing as a control arm, is there? It's not called Jeremy, Sotha. Will you please take my Finnish life seriously?
Ei saatana.
I should get planter's warts because I was always barefoot. What are planter's warts? What, verrucas? Fisty welcome. I was going to say, speaking of verrucas, Fisty welcome to the stream. Seed wart? I'll have you know that you've got me making my next Fallout 4 playthrough survival mode. Have you never played it in survival mode? All the hours? I love you too. It just sounded funny. Fisty, good morning. Oh, before I do anything. Yeah, well, first, thank you, Sothan. I need to re-screw in the oil filter. Then, got me playing a few games on higher difficulties and taking my time lately. It takes you back to when you were a kid. Exploration, right? Investigation. Pushback. Yama. Are you still watching the playthrough on YouTube, Fisty? this is going to report back from 2024 Doomhaus and let us know what was going on. I don't know what else it is, but my dad used to call them that. You've got to get the seeds out. If you don't, the seeds get anywhere else, you'll get another one, and then it won't go away. Also, they spread, yeah. I think every school in the UK had a verruca epidemic. Every swimming pool, every kid's... I'm just pissing in my engine. Just don't look. They were worried. Verrucas are the warts that are like upside down and on the soles of your feet. And that's why verruca salt was called verruca salt, because it's like a disgusting physical ailment, and that's why she was named that. But they're the same thing. It's probably just a different name. We call them verrucas in this country. They're not blood-coloured, Martin. God, I used to have a fucker when I was a kid. Whoa, monstrous thing on my toe. Again, I had that for years. I used to like pull holes out of it. Ugh. Good fun though. Yeah, that's why verruca salt's called that stuff, and it's the term for one of those warts on your feet when you're a kid. So again, it's a bit sort of Dickensian naming, right? Where's my socket set? There. Right, let's have this carb swapped out. Hello.
Don't let engine assembly get you down. With our new instant engine kit, your Satsuma can be road ready in seconds. Not responsible for any spontaneous combustion. Instant engine for when you value time over safety.
It's Roldian. But a lot of those as a kid, yeah. Verruca is the medical term, I think. I had one once, got it from a pool. It grew roots around the bone in your foot, which is why I initially noticed it. It hurt to walk on, yeah. They're good, aren't they? In terms of mental, physical ailments, the good verrucas are impressive. It's up there. Pain in the ass, but it's up there.
And now for the latest in the cheeky news. Not content with simply beating the game, he's now attempting to finish it backward. Good luck, Cheeky.
I have to take the air filter off, don't I? I always forget about the air filter. Do. Right, number 7, is it? Never remember where the fucking thing is. Oh, it's at the back, aren't they? They're up here somewhere. Or maybe 6s. I don't know if this is the loud song, but it feels like it. Around the bone, you sure on some alien life form? I'd be more scared of a verruca than I would of an alien life form, especially an aggressive one. Black and grow, yeah, like this little. There's like a little black brain, isn't there, in there, like little roots. That's like look at it when he took it out. It was disgusting. When they took it off their feet, Reeves, the doctor, was trying to carefully put it on a tray at the side, but it managed to break containment and skittered under the fridge in the corner. Yeah, digging them out. It's almost as fun as when your teeth would go wobbly as a kid and you'd sit and force them out with your fingers. Whoa, I used to like doing it. So satisfying, painful, but satisfying. And then you were free. You had that like brief pain, but you no longer had this stupid wobbling bullshit in your mouth. Same for verrucas. Right, new carb installed. Alright, I beseech everybody to mute your headphones now. Right? Yeah? Good. Okay, you can unmute now.
Herätys kellon kissan murtaassa, kun
Better. Good. Right. Can you... I don't know if you... I think you have to take the whole engine out to swap the flywheel, which is annoying. Yeah. Let's not do that today, then. The new flywheel has to go in. That can be maybe done tomorrow, but I think we might be able to at least win the street race without it, so that can be our backup. Probably even beat the rally without the flywheel. A few sessions of liquid nitrogen, yeah! It's too deep, yeah, they'd freeze them out, wouldn't they? I always remember, I went to an appointment to get mine frozen with our dad. And he had like a skin tag on his neck, did our dad, only a little thing, like half the size of a pea. And I had my foot done, and the doctor had done it within about 40 seconds. I was like, yeah, we can go up top. And then my dad said, you didn't do anything about his skin tag. I had to sit there for 25 minutes while the doctor went and removed all from round his back and then under his arms and then under his feet and under his toes, and I bored out my fucking mind. My appointment. I was the main character of that appointment, Dad. And they were talking about Leeds, and it was got your ass handed to you once for a tooth coming out. What? Because you'd. Wait, why? I had to pay for me dad's happy meal after, yeah. Fucking hell. He had a full MOT. All I got was the magic tree at the end. Oh, do you know what? I got to wear trainers at school for like a month. Ooh, that's a perk. That was a perk. For all of you that don't have school uniforms. When you got to wear trainers at school, oh, he was allowed, and the teacher would come and say, hey, and you had a little piece of paper that said you could fuck off. I'm allowed to wear these. Whoa. Right. That's my stats sorted. Let's go. Let's fire it up. Take this with me just in case I break down. I fancy a little test drive. I am kind of worried though that the thing's not going to run on tickover. There's brand new spark plugs in it and a brand new alternator, so one or the other should fix the fact it's not running on tickover. I think I just need it to warm up and I'm waffling, so I'll just be quiet and let the car do the bloody talking, shall I? Hello? Oh, fucking what now? Why's the car not starting? School uniforms. I don't think I'd go back and change it. Fuck off. I don't think I'd go back and change. I don't think I'd advocate for no school uniforms in this country. I think part of me thinks it's a good thing. Most of me, in fact. My stepmum said stop messing with it, and I didn't. She gave me an apple on the way home, and it came out. My dad beat you for it. Bled through your sweatsuit at school, and they called the CPS on him. For what purpose? I agree with it being a good... Yeah, it feels right, doesn't it? Oh, there we go. As much as I desperately didn't want to wear a school uniform when I was at school, it was like... I could see the benefit of it, yeah. Weird kid, yeah. As for Fallout 4, I've been watching your YouTube playthrough and also runs of it on Twitch. I finished a whole new mod list for Fallout 4 while watching Fallout 4. It's been awesome. When I think of you, Fisty, I think of Bethesda games and mods. So that sounds like you're perfectly in your elephant. Give you an apple with a loose tooth. Alright, I'm going to let the car warm up, which is not far off doing. We'll put the radio back on. Why is it wobbling? I'm not used to that. Am I not sat in it proper? I don't think I've ever seen the car wobble like that. Why this? blow up, is it? Don't stall. It's still not running on tickover. Something isn't right. Although, I think I know what it might be in this instance. It's probably the fucking carb, right? Stop. Okay, brand new spark plugs and a brand new alternator, but it's not. Please idle, at least. Alright, maybe we can eye the carbon. I'll get this. Other electrical things could have gone wrong. You can't. The distributor, I don't think, can wear and tear. Everything seems fine, but it just won't idle. Distributor? No, the distributor would be telling us if it was off. The ignition coil has obviously done its job by this point. Is that why he fled to the UK? I mean, the problem I'm having is if I try and adjust this, that's going down. I'm getting a false reading because the choke's out. Well, that isn't adjusted at all, is it? What's wrong here? But if I put the choke in again, then I'll it'll stall because it won't run on tickover. It was a deciding factor as to why I moved it, not the other way around. Abusive parents and abusive start correctly right from the road. Helps a lot. That one helps a lot in wanting to leave. You forgot to say Gravely's chippy as well. Okay, this isn't affecting it at all. But if I depress the choke, does it go up or down? You can hear it down. Yeah. Guess I don't think the carb. It's acting like it's not attached, which is weird. Ooh, this could take. This is a bit of it. I don't think I've ever had this problem before. So now that should run on tick over. Is there nothing I can do to actually get the carb to go? I know I'm getting a false reading because of the choke. That's just not moving at all. Does it think it's running without a carb? Interesting. I don't like that movement either. That's new to me. You see it? Vibing, according to Bear. It was fish and chips and sticky toffee pudding that were the deciding factors. It's acting like there's something heavy in the back. So why won't the carb react? Tell you what, let's get the... They're 8s, aren't they? Did I miss one on here? I swear the carb's only 4 though. Like it's reacting like the carb's not attached. But it should be. Attached, 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 attached. I'm a cheeky, your raid put me in here twice. Isn't being here just once punishment enough? There we go, it's increasing now. Maybe there wasn't. I think it was slightly loose. Put the camera in front of it and pull up a YouTube video, it'll react. I can't read that out, kid, because if I read that out, it'll be like I've read it out on the VOD that's going on YouTube, and nobody wants me to. I'll be one of them. She's right, though. Everybody sub to the sofa. Right, that's increased a bit higher. If I put the choke out now, oh, it goes up way higher. And it hasn't felt like stalling. That's too high, so let's lower it now. The AI to do this. Them AI thumbnails are mad, aren't they? I'd never use one because... Oh, you fucking bitch. Okay, that's lowered now, so if I depress it a little bit... I don't think this is the thing, but we're at least eyeing the carbon. Oh, but this is what I'm looking at, by the way. I need to get it within the green. So every press gets it too high. But I've never heard the air-fuel ratio being off. Being a reason why the car would idle. Okay, all the way in. Look, then it just immediately stalls. Oh, I don't get that. It seems like it's sat without a cab. Look, it stays maxed on the air-fuel ratio. Why is that, I wonder? You're not playing WoW Classic, and if there's someone that wanted to get involved, is it invite only? I'm curious about more how it works than anything. We are, but it's a private server. It's not Classic, it's the same game as Classic, but it's... Classic is like the branded re-release. We're playing the original vanilla. So the same era, but we're playing on a private server. And it's not private as in it's just the Doomhaus thing, it's private as in it's run by enthusiasts. Oh shit, it's marbles. Okay, well, we'll have to fix this problem tomorrow because I've just realised I've run out of time. Damn, I was so transfixed on my summer car I didn't even realise. Thank you all for joining me. Cats is correct. We'll fix that problem tomorrow and then hopefully get the upgrades fixed, installed, and set off doing the street race. Because if I can do the street race, we can cause Santa to get into a bit of an oopsie-daisy. And if he gets into a bit of an oopsie-daisy, Suzuki is going to need rescued. And if we rescue her, we'll look dead good. And if we look dead good, she'll maybe consider dating us. And if she considers dating us, then maybe we can get the car sorted. If we get, you know what I mean. Thank you all for joining. I love you all very much. Welcome to all the new followers today. Thank you all for the subs, the bits, the hosts, the raids, and everything as normal. But for now, let's get out of here. Let's pick a winner in marbles. And let's all go live happily ever after and watch Spain playing whoever. Thank you, Cats, by the way. I had no fucking clue we'd strayed that far over time. Right, for those that don't know, the Doomhaus Discord, when you join it, you get randomly assigned into one of two teams, as you can see on the top left. The green team and the orange team. The greens and the oranges compete at the end of every stream to determine who is the person of the century of the day. That person is the person who wins a single run of marbles at the end. If you are in the Discord and you would like to take part in today's marbles, to fight for either the greens or the oranges, and the oranges could do with the points because we've won 1 point in the last nearly 3 weeks. Somehow, I'm not even sure how that's possible. If you'd like to take part today and potentially win Person of the Century of the Day and start your qualifications for whatever the fuck comes next, the Worm Olympics, I think, then you must simply type the password, and the password for today is Tickover. Go. 2 in a row would be nice, says Lundios, just as August says, I need points. Mindright, welcome to the stream. You made a character to reserve your name. Cheeky. Right, we have Satan in for the oranges, or we would do if I could type. We have Fisty in for the greens, Reeps for the greens, Keaton for the oranges, Polar for the greens, Martin for the greens, 6-4 for the greens, Alcarion for the oranges, Augur for the greens, Sothan for the greens, Cheeky for the oranges, 6-4 for the greens. Bear for the greens. Lundios for the greens. Schmitz, welcome to the stream for the oranges. Mina, welcome to the stream for the oranges. Cats for the greens. Azar for the greens. Shaggy Dan, welcome to the stream for the oranges. Marnra for the oranges. The hell did I miss for a password to be tick over? The car wouldn't start. I couldn't get it to tick over basically, so have I got you in twice? I have 6-4. Right. There we go, that's a bit better. I feel like I've maybe missed somebody here. Everybody keep an eye out. Afternoon, I'll continue my lurk streak. Question, when does Marbles reset? I might start taking part. January the 1st, Neffers. But you can take part now if you want. Neffers, good afternoon. You're an orange, right? No, Neffers are green, I think. Yeah, you can take part in whenever you like. Why am I thinking Neffers, you're a green? Yes. Fuck, I wondered what I was looking at then, kid. That dog of Razors, I'm sure, is a deer. Do you want a marble now, Neffers? You'll wait till next year, roger that. Alright, 19 marbles enter the race. First person to pick up this one, 6 will go. 6, 4, 6, 3. 1, 2, 3 presses. You know what, Neffers, you made the right choice. Well, Castle Siege. 19 marbles enter. Best of luck, everybody. Let's begin. Best track ever. Bullshit. We're playing this, says 6-4. That's some shit luck, says Shaggy. Good luck, everybody. Did I skip roll call? Oh, I did skip roll call. We've got Shaggy Dan, Cats, Bear, Ogre, Reeps, Alcarion, Azar, Lundios, Polar, Cheeky, somebody else, Schmitz, Mina, Mindrake, Martin, Sothan, Kitten, 6-4, Satan. Who's that with a Y? Fisty. Couldn't see. You were buried, Fisty. 19 marbles enter. We go in 3, 2, 1. Alright. Nobody's called out that they were missing on that roll call. If they had done, I'd have gone back out. Right then, Schmitz goes early. Can Schmidt? Never mind. Martin is now in the lead. Can Martin go all the way? He can't. Shaggy Dan. Oh my god. Satan, Reeps, Cheeky, Azar, Kitten, Bear, all dead. Lundios and Ogre apparently still in the race though. Cats now takes first place. Martin's right up there with him. Cats gets blown up in a hell of a speed boost. But he's been hit pretty heavily. This could be a good lead. I don't know what happened at the start. Ogre is out. Ogre will not be getting points. Cats has been shot backwards. It's as if people just fell out of the opening obstacle, right? Okay, Cats had some good momentum, and there it goes. Oh no, he's gained it back. Now he's lost it again. Sothan got shot backwards though. Schmitz now for the oranges in first. Mindrake for the oranges in second. Schmitz with a huge speed boost, but it's not to be. Trim's record was beaten 27 seconds ago for those fat fans. Okay, Schmitz gets shot backwards. Lundios in the top 3. Cats now takes first place. It's shot to shit. It's hard to film this, I apologise. Now this is some momentum for Cats. He might have so much momentum he can't be caught. But there's a long way left on the level. Ooh, that's going to stop him sharp. Martin is dead. And there goes Cats back across the level, and we continue to wait for somebody to finish the fucking thing. There comes Fisty, full whack. Manages to, never mind, avoid the bombs I was going to say. Any oranges, anywhere. Wouldn't mind an orange. 6-4 approaching, Lundios approaching. At least an orange to look like they were going to win something would be nice. Lundios now in second. My favourite stunt is when Olga got bombed off the track, hit the castle and bounced back onto the track, yeah. Shaggy Dan now in the lead. Ooh, he nearly got blown up but avoided it. Fisty takes first, Shaggy Dan drops behind. This is a weird level, says Fisty, and it gets weird and completely screws them. Good work. Alcarion in the lead. Is this the year of Alcarion? Always dodging bombs, but he didn't dodge them hard enough. Alcarion in first. Hits another bomb. My fucking god. You know what? I'm gonna zoom up here and have a watch from a distance. It's going to be a green that wins it, but we just need to determine which green. That looks like a strong push from Polar. Slowed him down. Alkarion is eliminated in the background. Okay. Mina's tend to get too much momentum. Can she hold on? Come on, get around that. Get around it. Hug the wall. And Mina's going backwards. It's going to be one of those days on Castle Siege. There is a way you can get points, yeah, if nobody finishes this shit-ass level. What's Fisty and Sothan doing back there? How did Fisty get all the way back? Lundio's so far at the back now. Wow, that was a shot forward. Okay, this is might be the most fucked example of this level. Now, Mina, you're not green, you can't win. I appreciate your determination, but you're simply not green. Okay, is it going to be 6-4 or Cats that takes the win? One of them's going to get a speed boost very shortly. She wouldn't, would she? Wrong colour. Right, which one's it going to be? Wasn't that the way that Trim completed the course was getting rocketed fall? Yeah, the explosions couldn't keep up with him. Fisty for the greens. Shaggy Dan. Mind right. Imagine. 6-4 gets shot backwards. Fisty in a bit of a stalemate right now. There we go. There's the pace. Does Fisty hit that? Lucky. It's just typical green. You know what I mean? Alright, I was wrong. It wasn't 6-4 or Cats. It was Fisty. Is that your first point of the year? Is it actually?
Hell yeah, I have a point.
Is that your first point for like 4 years, Fist? I think it might be. Alright, the Greens of course get the point, but I mean, surprisingly, Fisty gets the first point in, yeah, probably like 3 years or something done. Did you have a point last year? I never look if you did. Score sheets upon score sheets. Fisty, you did, it turns out. Alright, Fisty gets... Yeah, Fisty gets the first point of the year, which means you're at least going to final week. They fixed it a long time ago, like 2 years back or so, being ahead of the Meteoroids was basically every time. So yeah, his records may be unbeatable at this point. Blown out, what a way to finish. Greens, congratulations, 101 to... No, I added the point to the oranges. 102 to 74 in favour of the Greens. And the oranges can't keep going weeks and weeks without a point. We've had one. Shit. Fisty, congratulations, but for now, that's going to do it for me. Thank you all for joining everybody this week. Today. We're nearly at the point where we can do the street race, and once the street race is done, we're into the end game. Thank you all for being here. I love you all very much. Congratulations to Fisty. Good work to the Greens, and I will see you all tonight in Discord while we talk through our scores. Here's the thing. Everybody go to Discord now. If you look at what Cats has just recently posted, that is how it looks when a game is ongoing. So currently Kelly with Spain... No, Kelly's not Spain. Kelly's France. No, France is Reaps, that's true. Kelly got Spain. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Kelly for Spain against Cape Verde for Eric. And then you can see everybody's scores for the current score. So it's 0-0, so they're all red because nobody's gone for a draw. But you'll see it evolve as the game goes on, and that's how many points you'll get. The person with the most points at the end gets a Person of the Century of the Day point. The little unhappy faces means that it's the people that can never get maximum points because they just put the country name in red. So enjoy that. Yeah, Martin joins the... Yeah, it's fucking Martin. Everybody go into Discord now and go watch Martin play WoW. He might get killed by Hogger at level 23, though, but yeah. Right, everybody enjoy the World Cup. Enjoy your evenings. I love you all. Eat well, sleep well, behave, and I'll see you tomorrow for more My Summer Car, where with a bit of luck, we can do the street race. Thank you all. I appreciate it. Cheeky, thank you for the raid. Thank you all for the subs and everything, as always. But someone give me a final word as I say. Southern, Reap, Satan, Fisty, Cats, Nevis, Algarion, Polar, Keaton, Auger, Monrot, and everybody else. I love you all. But the final word for today is... timing belt, you're a bitch.
In Romania,